Good morning, everyone. September 10th. Week 1 is now in the books as the Patriots were able to sneak by Houston. Tom Brady, electric, 3 touchdown passes, 1 to Gronkowski, 1 to White, and 1 to newly acquired Philip Dorsett, who tied for the lead with 7 receptions with Rob Gronkowski. Gronkowski, a monster day, 7 catches, 135 yards. And a touchdown. Dante Hightower had a recovered fumble. Trey Flowers had constant pressure. He ended up the day with a sack and a half, as well as other guys chipping in on defense. Stephon Gilmore made amazing plays and kept DeAndre Hopkins in check with 7 catches for 78 yards. Let's go to some of the other games. First game of the season. 18-12, Philadelphia was able to sneak by Atlanta. Not too big of a surprise there. I did like the Eagles. I did pick them to win. Yesterday, one of the biggest shockers was Cleveland and Pittsburgh tied 21-21. This game will come back to hurt both teams. Pittsburgh, especially if they have Super Bowl aspirations, because that tie does not help. Le'Veon Bell plays, maybe they don't tie, maybe they do, but Cleveland played them tough at home like they always do. They were able to pull out a tie. Cincinnati went on the road to Indianapolis and upset the Bengals. Upset the Colts 34-23. Nice win for the Bengals. Way to start the season. They start the year 1-0, tied atop the AFC North with the Baltimore Ravens, who blasted the Bills 47-3. At home. Their offense looks like a juggernaut. Only week 1, and I think Buffalo made a huge mistake getting rid of A.J. McCarron and letting Nathan Peterman take over the reins until Josh Allen's ready. You're going to see Josh Allen a lot sooner than many Bills fans like because of the serious personnel mistake that both the general manager as well as Sean McDermott made in getting rid of A.J. McCarron. Another upset was Tampa Bay 48 over New Orleans 40. Ryan Fitzpatrick, the backup, 400 yards passing, 417 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 21-28. Drew Brees, 37-45, 439 yards passing, and 3 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara ran for 2. Michael Thomas, 16 catches, 180 yards, and a touchdown. But the key here is, guys, Deshaun Jackson, 5 catches, 146 for 2 TDs. Tampa Bay went into New Orleans and won a tough game in a place where a lot of people thought they would be 0-3 by the time Winston came back. So a big, huge win for them as well. The late game last night, Chicago had a 17-0 lead. Aaron Rodgers left the game early on, came back, rallied the troops, and Green Bay squeaks by with a 24-23 win over Chicago. Khalil Mack looked great. He had a sack, and he did some other good things, disrupting a lot of pass rush for the Bears, so things look bright there, although they weren't able to beat the Packers, and they do follow the season 0-1. Carolina beat Dallas at home 16-8. Not a lot going on there other than the fact that Dak Prescott, 19-29, 170 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 INTs. He's got to get better throwing the football down the field. Cam Newton, 13 rushes, 58 yards, and a touchdown. That resulted in the only touchdown of the game, and the Panthers move on and are 1-0 atop the NFC South with, who would have guessed it, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as New Orleans and Atlanta are both 0-1. Seattle went into Denver and lost 27-24 as the Broncos were able to pull it out. Case Keenum didn't do too bad. Russell Wilson, 2 picks, 3 touchdowns, 19-33 for 298. Case Keenum, 25-39, 329, 3 TDs. He did throw 3 interceptions, so he needs to work on that. Manny Sanders had a touchdown. Justin Simmons had an INT. Bradley McDougall had 2 INTs. Frank Clark, 1 sack, and Von Miller had 3 sacks. So Denver survives 27-24 at home against Seattle. They move on to 1-0. Washington beat Arizona 24-6 as the Alex Smith coming out party worked out well. 21-30, 255, 2 touchdowns, 0 INTs. Adrian Peterson too yesterday, guys. 26 attempts, 96 yards, and a touchdown. Pretty good day for him. Larry Fitzgerald, 7 catches, 76 receiving yards, no touchdowns. Sam Bradford, 20-34, 153, no touchdowns, 1 INT. There's your difference in the game right there, is the quarterback play as Washington moves on to 1-0 and tied for Philadelphia atop a tightly competitive NFC East. Kansas City, with Patrick Mahomes' first start, goes into Los Angeles and beats the Chargers, 38-28. Huge win for the Chiefs. Mahomes gets his first win, 15-27, 256 yards, 4 touchdown passes in his debut. Kareem Hunt, 49 yards rushing. Tyreek Hill, 7 catches, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ron Parker had an INT. D Ford had a sack. Phillip Rivers, 34-51, 424 yards, 3 TDs, and 1 interception. Melvin Gordon, 64 yards rushing. Keenan Allen, 8 catches, 108 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. But the story there today was Patrick Mahomes as he led the way with 4 touchdowns. I'm telling you, I said it all preseason, this kid can sling it. And already in week 1, he's proven me right. Moving on to some of the other earlier games, Jacksonville sneaks by the Giants 20-15. Typical Jacksonville win. Bortles 18-33, $176, a TD and a pick. TJ Yeldon 51 yards rushing. Ball control. Miles Jack had a pick. Calais Campbell had a sack. Eli Manning, no touchdowns, 1 interception. 23-37, 224 yards passing. Saquon Barkley in his debut, 18 carries, 106 yards for a touchdown. Odell Beckham, 11 catches for 111 yards and no TDs. He did not find the end zone. That was the key. The Giants could not find the end zone. They were in this game the whole way. They just were unable to find the end zone, and that is the reason why Jacksonville won, because Bortles was able to hit Yeldon on a swing pass wheel route in order to get them to 7 instead of continuous field goal attempts. Miami survives Tennessee 27-20 as Ryan Tannehill comes back from missing over a year. 20-28, 238 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 INTs. Frank Gore, 9 carries, 61 yards. Kenny Stills, 4 receptions, 106 yards, 2 TDs. And on the other side, Blaine Gabbert started for Tennessee, as I believe Marcus Mariota must still be hurt. Oh, Mariota left the game with an injury. I apologize, guys. He was 9-16 before he left the game. Gabbert finished up 11-22 for 117 yards. Deion Lewis ran for a touchdown, but it wasn't enough as Miami was able to hold on. And they are now tied for first place with the Patriots, with the Jets. The third team, the Jets, playing tonight in Detroit against Matt Patricia and the Lions. The Jimmy Garoppolo undefeated San Francisco 49ers go into Minnesota and lose 24-16. Vikings defense really does a good job. They held on. Kirk Cousins in his debut, 20-36, 244 yards, 2 TDs. Latavius Murray, 11 carries, 42 yards. Adam Thielen, 6 receptions, 102 yards. And Jimmy Garoppolo, 15-33, 261 yards passing, 1 TD. And here's the reason why they lost. 3 interceptions. Can't turn the ball over 3 times on the road against a good team like Minnesota and expect to win. So Minnesota improves to 1-0, whereas San Francisco finally loses with Jimmy Garoppolo playing as the starting quarterback. And that should just about do it, as that will cover week 1. Excuse me, one more game. We mentioned already, Baltimore 47-3 all over Buffalo. Joe Flacco has himself a day. 25-34, 236 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Kenny Dixon, 13 carries, 44 yards, and a touchdown. Willie Snead, in his Ravens debut, had a touchdown, 4 catches for 49 yards. Buffalo is in serious trouble, guys. Josh Allen did get to play yesterday. 6 of 15, 74 yards. No TDs, no INTs. Zay Jones led the receiver, but Bills in receiving. 3 receptions for 26 yards. Buffalo is in serious trouble. Nathan Peterman, 5 of 18, 24 yards before they realized, and with 2 picks before they realized, Sean McDermott realized that they needed to pull him. This Buffalo team could be headed for some serious trouble, as they could easily be the worst team in the AFC East, not only to mention one of the worst teams in the American League Football Conference. I'll be checking back in with you more today. Me and John would like to do some baseball as well as touch up on NFL Week 1. We have the Patriots video tomorrow night. We're going to break down the Texans game. Patriots 1-0. Heading into Week 2, tough road game in Jacksonville. Hoping to try to continue the momentum going. Have a good day, Diehards.